All right, guys, we're here with the one and only El Jefe, the man, Eric Garcia. Garcia, how we doing today, man?
Doing fantastic.
And hey, so tomorrow night, Submission Hunter Pro number 58 goes down here, the Bayou Event Center, Houston, Texas. And not only are you putting on an event, you are competing tomorrow night in the event.
I am.
What's that pressure like, man? That's different.
I've done it a few times already. Well, this will actually be my third time competing and running the show. It's a little bit different, but because I'm here so much and I'm around it, I can handle it.
So, jiu-jitsu, man. How'd you get started in jiu-jitsu? Tell us about your journey.
So it was 2008. I was watching the UFC like everybody else and Ultimate Fighter, and I started looking for gyms, and I found Travis Took, walked in, fell in love. He gave me a private lesson, and I fell in love with it.
Now you've competed in MMA. You've done everything, a little bit of it. What led you to stay with jiu-jitsu more than pursue the MMA further?
Man, honestly, my age. My age caught up with me. I feel like I was a late starter. I got into jiu-jitsu like at 27, 28 years old. Nowadays I got my son in it. He's been training since he was 6. So my age, injuries, I had multiple injuries over the years, and it just caught up with me. Family, life.
So you've always kind of had, Garcia Promotions, Submission Hunter Pro. It seems you guys have been around for a decade now. It's,
10
but
years.
really, I would say in the last 2 years, you've really kind of maybe pressed that gas pedal down further and really started putting on more shows across the nation, doing more things. What led you to push both Fury and Submission Hunter Pro more here in the last few years?
I think that the MMA we started in 2010 with amateur, and then 2013 we did pro stuff only in Texas. The market, I think, is what it started getting a little saturated with just doing shows in Texas. So I had to start looking at, well, I want us to stay busy. I want my people that work with us to stay busy. So we started looking at licensing in other states. Then the grappling came pretty easy because there was no sanctioning, no TDLR sanctioning or state licensing commissions. So we did a few in Texas and decided to find some venues outside of the states and see if we can get some traffic going. And we found a few places, started going, and everything took off.
And then now, since just in the last year, your fan base has grown, and then now you've got an event coming up on UFC Fight Pass.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
If you look back a decade ago, I don't think you would have thought. I've been putting on shows with the UFC.
It's been a journey, man. Like, honestly, just with everybody else that does these same type of shows, and you have to deal with the competition, and the other promotions that want to kind of stiff arm you and not want you to come into their territory or be on the platform that they're on. And you got to look forward. I looked forward and kept doing my thing and didn't really worry about what everybody else was doing. And here we are.
What sets apart a Submission Hunter Pro show from other grappling events?
I think we truly focus on the local competitors. When we put on a show, if you live in the city that we're doing the show at, you're going to probably get a chance to shine. We'll post and apply now, and we get a bunch of local applications. We're probably going to give you a shot, if you meet the criteria, the blue belt and up for adults or gray and yellow for kids and teens. A lot of the other promotions look at, we have to bring in these big names in order to get views and whatnot. And honestly, man, we're here for the local community. Obviously, we'd like to bring in some big names for the Fight Pass cards, but everything we've done up to now, it's been for locals.
Tomorrow night, you're taking on Colton England.
Yeah.
You guys know each other pretty well.
Yeah.
How do you expect this to go? He said flat out he's going to hit you with a flying toe hold,
Oh,
and
wow.
he may throw an elbow. He said
Okay.
he'll probably going to throw an elbow during it.
If he throws an elbow during the match, it'll probably turn into what it was back in like 2011 when I had him in when we met at the Verizon Wireless Theater on the amateur card. But I think that it goes where I let it go, and it ends when I'm ready for it to end. that's what's gonna happen. So
He didn't say any of those things.
that's okay. I still like him, you know. He tried to catch me up, you know, and he posted a picture yesterday at 190. He was 190 pounds on the scale, you know. We were supposed
Yeah.
to meet at 75 today, but he magically lost 16 pounds or something. Yeah. So,
Hey man, is there anybody that you would like to thank?
man, my family for sure, 100%. Wife and kids. Like the last 4 weeks, I've been training my butt off, you know, and dieting, and they've had to sacrifice my time. And then, of course, you know, everybody that's part of the event, all my guys that helped me set up and run the show, they're going to take on some bigger roles tomorrow because I'm going to be away for the first part of the show so I can compete. So, you know, shout out to them for picking up the slack.
Hey, where can fans learn more about you, Eric Garcia?
Follow me. Follow my Instagram at EricG831. Follow me on Facebook, Eric Garcia on Facebook.
Excellent. Hey, thanks for taking time to talk to you. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.
Thank you.